and there's just so much to do, and I just need to get right on it. One thing at a time. The most important pressing thing right now is to clear out some of the smaller items in the living room because we have a painter coming before the week is over. So we got the small objects cleared out of the room. This is a good thing to do ahead of time when you know you're going to have some work done in your home. The contractor we have chosen has over 50 years in the business. He was part of the crew that put siding on our garage. He painted the trim around the garage doors, and he's given us an amazing savings on the estimate. Although we would have saved money completing the job ourselves, Danny is a perfectionist. I do not have very much experience painting. And he is 75 years old and not the best health, so we decided it was best to hire a contractor. I'll let you know more about what's going on with this project. I will show you the before and the after. The before is not pleasant to look at. It is peeling paint. You may have seen it in some of my videos, some of my holiday videos where I wanted to show you the decorations, and the peeling paint kind of distracted from that. This is just part of life. This is a realistic channel. We are being frugal here, but yet sometimes you have to spend money and have work completed, especially when you get older and it's very tiresome to do the work yourself. That's about all I can do for now. When the time comes, my husband will help me move the furniture, of course, and the heavy mirror on the mantle. And there's a picture also that is very heavy. I thought about moving, but I think we both should do it together. This very large, heavy picture that has a glass frame. Of course, it would have a glass frame. I know personally it's not as heavy as what it appears to be, and I could handle it. I would probably be standing on the sofa to do it, but I'm going to wait for him. We're going to move it together. I'm going to leave the clock because my husband will freak out if I remove that. Right before the painter walks in the door, we'll probably remove it. My husband looks at that clock all the time. Now that I'm finished with the living room for now, there isn't any more I can do because we don't even know when the painter's going to come, and hopefully he'll come before the end of the week. I'm very anxious to have the walls painted, but I need to focus on some regular homemaking duties in the kitchen and the dining room. I need to declutter. I need to clean the stove that I cooked and I didn't clean the stove yet, and clean the refrigerator. And we have to buy fresh veggies and fruits. We're running low, so we need to go to Aldi soon, so I'll probably have to make a grocery list also. All right, I'm just going to straighten up this dining room table. It's not that bad. The basket's just sitting there, but where it needs to be is because I need to put some things in the basket. Okay. Dog treats. I need to put those somewhere where they're handy, maybe by the side door, and my other tablet. Doesn't take long to clean and straighten up. We have another holiday coming, Valentine's Day. I'm just going to clear this off completely and take the decorations downstairs to be stored until the fall. And remove the chargers. Clean this table right now. Vinegar and water is fine. There we go. It's not very dirty. It's only a week and a half until Valentine's Day, so I went ahead and I did some decorating. Now I need to declutter the kitchen table here. So here's what I came up with for the kitchen table. This is just a temporary table that we're using until we get a kitchen island on wheels. The wreath, I just spent $1.25 on garland from Dollar Tree, and I just wrapped it around that woodsy wreath. And these other decorations I've had for years. Now the cranberries were only 99 cents. They will keep good for quite a while at room temperature. And then you can wash them after Valentine's Day and use them in a dessert. I think it looks pretty good. I just want to put a decoration right there in the entryway. There we go. I think that's cute. It will do. I bought that last year from Dollar Tree. I believe it was only $1.25, $1.50 at the most. Yeah, it didn't cost hardly anything. Very, very budget-friendly decorating going on here. It's Valentine's Day. I like to make it special for my husband. I'm already in the process of cleaning the refrigerator. I removed the tray that had the glass, and it had food stains on it, and I need to clean it thoroughly. And I just use dishwashing soap, and then I go back over it with a wet paper towel. I could have taken it to the dining room table, but I just decorated it. I do things backwards sometimes. Probably should have done this first before the decorating. And do I like cleaning? Not necessarily. I am not a big fan of cleaning, but it has to be done. Someone has to do it. And that was my mom. She didn't have a choice. It was probably her least favorite thing to do, I would say, cleaning. Especially the basement, yeah. And that's I'm like her in that respect. The basement is not fun to clean if you have an old basement. Very dusty with spider webs. Now, this frame, I've been cleaning it here at the sink. And now we are cleaning the bottom of the refrigerator where food particles collected. I'm giving it a good scrubbing. I don't clean the freezer every time. It just doesn't get as dirty as the refrigerator. It's not used as often. Before I put everything back, I'm just looking through the vegetable trays to do an inventory, and this is all the celery I have. So we need celery. Now we have plenty of carrots. That's not a problem. We could use some cherry tomatoes for salads. We could use some grapes, and we could use another bag of spinach, because I'm going to use this today when I cook fish. Fish and sauteed spinach and sweet potatoes. That's what we're going to have for dinner. The plastic piece just fit on there perfectly. The glass I'm a little bit worried about. Okay. I guess it's fine. So I'll clean it, rinse it, and dry it. I'm just using the same water, soap for the other container. Now I've got them completely rinsed. They're just going to need to be dried with a towel. And this needs cleaned too. I'm not doing an inventory because I'm not buying any of these items until March. And it's only early February now. Because of the pantry challenge, I'm holding off on all the non-perishable items or items that last longer, like condiments and canned goods. I have a chair to prop the refrigerator door open. And I have a chair right here I'm going to sit on because I'm tired. I'm going to sit down and remove these and put them on this chair. Most of them will fit. Then I'll get up and I'll put them on this chair, and then we'll clean the racks and then put everything back. I have a wet dish rag with dishwashing liquid. I'm just going to scrub these shelves real good here. Then I use a dish towel to remove excess dirt and dry. And the job is done. The racks are clean. They're not dirty. That's good. I don't have to worry about the racks or the freezer today. Only one more thing to do in the kitchen today: clean the stove. From my experience growing up in the 60s and early 70s, most married women worked in the home. My mother was a homemaker and a very good one. She managed the home, cooked the meals, and made sure our needs were met above her own. With selfless energy, she took on multiple roles beyond that of a helpmate for my father. She managed the finances, organized and cleaned the home, cooked the meals, and provided transportation for the whole family, running errands, keeping appointments, and making sure my father got to work on time. My father was the sole financial provider of the home, but my mother managed the entire affair of home maintenance, child care, budgeting, financial planning, grocery shopping, and meal preparation. As a result, my father looked up to her and admired her for her ability to multitask and make sure all of the needs of the family were met on a daily basis. Now, Boo and I are going to go for a walk. It's time to walk the dog. Danny's not home. He had an appointment, and it's taken quite a while. And he normally walks the dog in the winter. I walk the dog in spring, fall, and summer. He doesn't like walking the dog in hot weather, but in cold weather, he doesn't seem to mind. It's a challenge to him to get out in the cold and get some exercise. And I'm just managing the home like I always do and running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to organize things around here. It's a small house, but it's very rustic, requires quite a bit of cleaning. And Boo Boo is a shedder. We have to have her groomed, even though I don't like to pay the expensive grooming, because she does shed quite a bit. And I have a lot of hair to sweep up. Here she is. She's got her little jacket on that we got. We did get it marked down, but it was rather expensive. This was Danny's decision because it helps keep her warm. And she's a smaller dog and on the slim side. Go, Boo Boo. I mean, my mom was a darn good homemaker. I could not even conceive of her working outside the home. She had so much to do in the home, and she never got it all done. We had to help on the weekends clean the house. My dad made sure of it. He really was grateful to my mom for all she did for our family. He was very grateful. And he expressed that on a daily basis. But nowadays, I see both husband and wife work. This is generalizing. I'm not pinpointing anyone that I know in particular.
And usually the woman does it all when they get home. Maybe some men help out with some things here and there, but it just doesn't seem like homemaking is as appreciated as it used to be. And if a woman is a homemaker nowadays, people look down on her like she should be working. Do you realize how hard it is to work all day, come home, cooking meals, and cleaning the house, and making sure that the kids do their homework, and taking care of all the home business? It's hard enough by itself without combining a full-time job on top of it. And I never understood how people could take homemaking so lightly. But now that with YouTube, I see it is becoming more and more appreciated, and I'm glad to see that. Thanks to a lot of the channels I watch in homesteading. The women are putting it out there, and I'm proud of them for all that they do in the home. And whether they stay home full-time or they work full-time and then come back home and work full-time, then have a double job going on, I'm proud of them both ways, if they can keep up the pace. And I hope no one misinterpreted anything I tried to say. And if there's a man listening and you help with duties in the household, that is wonderful. The other day, we had the low of 5 below and the high of 13 degrees. It was so cold. But now we have a warm-up coming on. And today, it is already about 28 degrees. And to me, this feels wonderful. This is like a heat wave. And Boo and I are really enjoying this, aren't we, Boo?
Thanks for watching today. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.